Hello everyone, Simon from Guru Labs here. In this video I'm going to show you our latest feature called item comments. With item comments you can have a chat conversation on an item directly in the client portal. So for those of you who are not aware, we have an app called Client Portal Builder in the Monday Marketplace, which lets you create and manage client portals directly from within monday.com. So let's dive right into it. I'm currently logged in to a demo client portal as client A. And as you see down here, we have now a new comment symbol on an item, or like on each item here in this section. And if you click on this, a new modal pops up where you can add comments to that item. And you also have the possibility to add attachments, and you can also add replies to a comment. But this gives you a way to have a conversation with the owner of the client portal and also exchange files. So now let's have a look into the client portal Builder board view. So this is where you manage the client portal, and here in order to get this feature working you have to go to the section. So this works either for board table sections and for grid sections, so where you display items. And here in this configuration area you now have you can now here toggle these item comments here, and with that the app knows that this section here supports this item comments feature. And from the perspective of the client portal owner, you can now go into the board which you share in the client portal. So in this case it's this proposals board, and so if you click on proposal A, and then you have to add a new item view which we introduced called item comments. And here you have to first of all pick the client portal which you want to comment on. So we have a lot of test client portals. In your case, it will probably just be 1 or 2 entries. And so in this case, it's this one. And now you pick the client with whom you want to have the chat conversation. So in this case, client A. So maybe why do you need to pick the client here? It's because you could be sharing like the same Monday item with multiple clients, and now you have to tell the app with which of these clients you want to have like the chat conversation with, so that the chat conversation doesn't leak to every client, and every client just sees the chat conversation that is meant for them, basically. So that's the reason. So now here, you as the client portal owner can also add comments and replies, and then they will pop up in the client portal. So let's just test comment here, add that as a new comment. All right, and now I currently have to do a reload. And now if I click here as the client, you see like the new comment popped up. So my reply, I'll just add that as a reply from the client. Okay, perfect. So that's how you exchange comments between client portal owner and the client. And now the thing to understand is that we are not storing these chat conversations on some external servers. We're just creating item updates and store them in here. So this means my test comment I just create as a client portal owner is actually created as an item update. And you see that this item update, it has like this tag called like to client, and this is the ID of the client item, and this is what the app looks for. And it basically pulls out all the item updates, checks for these tags, and then filters out the updates which are meant like for a specific client and displays them in the client portal then. So that's the underlying mechanism, how this works. So of course, if you add a comment here, the client would have to log in, right? And then check like, oh, did something change in the client portal? Oh, the client portal owner wrote a comment, and but which client regularly logs in and checks for updates? So that means like what you actually want here is like sending out notifications to the client, right? In order to inform him, hey, here's a new comment. And so we ourselves are not sending out any mails to the client, but with what we added to the app are some automations which will help you to set that up yourself. And this is what I'm going to show you now. So for these automations, we're using the new workflow builder. And this is currently available, I think, only for enterprise users in Monday. Just something to be aware of. So here I set up a workflow which basically gets triggered when the client portal owner commented on an item. Then a mail through a Gmail automation gets sent out to the client, and this is how the setup looks like in my test case here. As you see, you can there's a variable which contains like the email addresses of the clients who are supposed to receive this email, and you can also there's also a variable which you can use in the text area of the mail, which contains like the entire comment which was made. So that's how this works basically. That's it for now. As always, if you have any questions, just send us a message. We're happy to answer. Thank you for watching.